Okay, so I got a question from a mom in my Facebook group, Present and Productive Parents. Her 3-year-old screams when being put down at night. She says that they have the solid bedtime routine, they have bath time, they do jammies, they read books, they cuddle, they talk, and then as soon as they leave the room, she starts screaming. They've tried ignoring her. They go in and reassure her. They shut her door. They open her door. They use a door handle jammer. They have a white noise machine. They do night lights. They do doors open, hallway lights on, adjust bedtime. They've tried no nap days. They've tried extra nap days, even taken away special occasions. As a consequence, their daughter is very effective at tugging on their heartstrings. Mommy, can you hear me? Daddy, I love you. Will you help me, please? I see parents like this all the time. It's so frustrating. They want their kids to get the rest that they need. They need to get the rest that they need as parents. They're experimenting, they're unsure what to do, and it's just not going well. And it can be so frustrating when they're at that age and you try to reason with them. I have a 4-year-old myself who could be hiding anywhere around the corners right now that we're still working on too. The best approach that I like is called the robot mom or the robot dad. You do the normal bedtime routine with the intention to lay her down at the time she actually falls asleep. So this is as opposed to the time that you want her to go to sleep. So if you'd like her to go to bed at 8, but she really usually falls asleep at 9:30, then you're going to start this routine at 9:30. And remember, this won't be forever. It'll work. It'll make things dramatically better. So you're going to keep her up later for a few nights, but then it will start to get better. You're going to tuck her in. You're going to do the normal bedtime routine. You're going to say night night, and then you're going to leave the room. No more demands. No more demands being fulfilled, period. What I want you to do is if she comes out, don't get upset. Don't give any sort of reaction. Be a robot. This is critical because it's not the cup of water, it's not the tissue, it's not the hug that she needs. It's the attention, it's the secondary gain from you, whether good or bad. That's what drives this continued coming out of the room. I want you to pick a one-liner, and sorry, my dog is making all sorts of noise. Pick a one-liner and repeat that to the child, to her over and over. Don't engage. You can say, okay, love you, night-night, or see you in the morning, night-night. Make it as boring as possible. If she comes out of her room, you take her back to her room as many times as required, and you do the exact same thing. Night night, see you in the morning. It can take hours, and it can take many, many times. But if you do not give in to demands, do not negotiate, the gain of getting will diminish, and it will improve dramatically. Eventually, she will fall asleep, and then in the morning you can provide some positive reinforcement when she does start staying in her room all night. Sticker charts work really well. I like to do a sticker chart where it just takes 1 sticker to get a reward, and then 3 stickers to get a reward, and then 5 stickers, and then you're done. Once she consistently falls asleep without protests, you can move the routine in 15-minute increments every few days back to the desired bedtime. That's the robot approach, and it works really well. Maybe it takes a week, 2 weeks max to have most effect, but you have to be super consistent. The second approach is gentler. It takes a little bit longer, but it's effective as well. It's really, I would call it the inchworm approach. You're going to gradually remove yourself from the situation. You're going to do the normal bedtime routine. You're going to do it at the time that she actually falls asleep. You're going to say night night, and then you're going to get out of bed and you're going to sit down somewhere. You do your bedtime routine, you comfort her, and then you sit down at some point in the room where she won't get upset, and you wait. During that time, you don't engage, you don't answer questions, you don't give hugs, you just physically be there, but you don't respond to attention attempts. You sit there and eventually she will fall asleep. This, as an aside, is what we do on vacation. Most recently on vacation, I just put my Apple earbuds in, listened to audiobooks while I sat there because otherwise they would get up and roam the hotel room and it was a nightmare. So I just sat there and did my reading on my audiobooks. Eventually she will fall asleep. You do this for a few days, sitting, near her bed or in her room, and then you move further. You move towards the door. You do that for a day or two, and then you move into the hallway. and then you move a little bit down the hallway where she can still see you from her bed, and then you're down the hallway further where she knows that you're still there, but she can't see you. After you do that, and you remind her consistently that she can fall asleep without Daddy in the room because he was all the way down the hallway and you couldn't even see me. After you've done that, eventually you'll get to the point, and you can combine it with sticker charts as well, that you won't need to be there anymore, and she'll have gotten the picture. She'll know that her parents are nearby enough that she can get them if she needs them. I like the robot approach first, but the gentle approach works well. It just takes longer. Now, if you have questions for me as a parent, join my group. We can discuss parenting questions. We've already got several hundred parents in there, and we're having great conversations, finding support for each other. And it's not just me saying, you got to do this, you got to do this. It's other parents chiming in with, try this, or this worked for me. There'll be a link in the comment section of this video, and join the President Productive Parents Facebook group. And in the meantime, keep up the good work and good luck with the nighttime routine. It's difficult. I know, we've gone through it many times. Each child is different, but it does get better, and eventually they will be good sleepers. The more that you can be consistent, the more that you can avoid engaging, the quicker things will improve.